Hello all. Hello all. My name is Shubhangi Patil from Chemical Engineering Department, DYPIMR, Akurdi, Pune. I have participated in International FDP on Environment and Sustainability. My topic is Clean Coal Technology. So first, I will introduce. Uh, I will give introduction about coal and its application. Coal is most abundant fossil fuel with main component carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. It is formed from once lived plants and vegetation that have been buried to great depth over a time, and they are subjected to physical and chemical changes causing their transformation to a coal. Now its application. So the major application of coal is in the power plant for the generation of electricity. So about 38.1% of uh, world's electricity need is supplied by the coal, combustion of coal. Second, high pressure steam generation for turbine and of course to generate the electricity. The next one is it is also used in the iron production for reducing iron ore to metallic ore in blast furnace. Then the coal as has also application in for production of few chemicals. Also, a small fraction of coal is converted into liquid fuels. So these are the applications of coal. Now, coal classification. There are different types of coal depending on their formation. So there are four types of coal. Uh, First is peat, lignite, which is also called as the brown coal, bituminous, which is also called as hard coal, and anthracite. So the coal is classified in terms of the changes it has when it is undergoing from biomass to anthracite. Now, the quality of coal it is determined by the temperature, pressure condition, and length of time of formation. How much time it takes for the formation. The next is uh, the from different type. The some coals they are called as high rank coals because they are having more organic content. They are also characterized by a high calorific value and high C2H ratio, whereas uh, others are called as low rank coals. So in this four type, peat and lignite are have low organic maturity compared to other coals like hard coal and anthracite. And this hard coal, it is also called as a bituminous coal, and anthracite are further improved stages of coal formation. Now the direct, if you see the qualification, so qualification from plant material to anthracite. So if you observe on y-axis there is a H to C ratio and on x-axis O to C ratio. So these both ratios, O to C ratio and H to C ratio, these values are low for anthracite and high for biomass and peat. So the lower value, what it indicates, the lower value of O to C and H to C ratios, they indicate there is a greater the energy content of that fuel, those fuels which are having a low ratio, C to H ratio and O to C ratio. So these are the classification of coal. And next, now as we have seen, there are different types of coal and its applications. But the utilization of coal in power generation, it is associated with the several problem. These problems are generally classified into operational problems and environmental problems. Now the operational problem means they are mainly related to the carbon conversion and ash deposition such as slagging, falling, and corrosion. The coal rank and type of combustion technology which influence the carbon conversion, leading to energy loss in terms of unburnt carbon. The operational issues during the coal combustion are mainly related to they are mainly its causes are due to presence of impurities, mineral matter inside the coal. And next, the environmental issues. The environmental issues they include emission of sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, particulate matter, and other toxic elements such as mercury. So they are having very uh, they are having increased impact on environment, like uh, gases emission, greenhouse gases, wastewater, uh, and another generation of solid waste. So these are the issues which comes while utilization of the coal, and one is high operating cost. Uh, Now next, how to tackle with this problem? So my solution towards the environmental sustainability is uh, use of clean coal technology. So coal can be sustainably utilized if we can reduce the pollutant emission significantly and bring down the greenhouse emission. Now, to resolve the operational and environmental problems related to coal combustion, several clean coal technology have been utilized, which mainly involve coal dewatering. Demineralization means first we are going to purify the coal by removing harmful constituents such as sulfur, mercury. So this is nothing but purification of coal. Okay, so in clean coal technology, there are two steps we can say. So uh, first step is make use of high efficiency, low emission technology. So by using high efficiency, low emission technology, we can reduce the greenhouse emission gases. Then next is carbon capture and storage technology. Now, advanced combustion technologies, we will see these steps in next slide. First step is high efficiency, low emission technology. Now, this high efficiency, low emission technology, it contain the first is pre-combustion coal upgrading. Now, pre-combustion coal upgrading means what? Here we are going to uh, purify that coal, or we are upgrading that coal before combustion. So for cleaning that coal before combustion, the methods like wet beneficiation method, which is also called as a coal washing. So means here we are taking out the ash and mineral matter and other impurities from the coal before sending it to the combustion. So it can be wet beneficiation, dry beneficiation, uh, drying of lignite and subbituminous coal, preparation of ultra clean coal. This can be a methods which are used for the upgrading of coal before pre-combustion, means before combustion. Now next, we'll see what are those. There are two methods: physical and chemical cleaning pathways or methods. So if you see here, this is a carbon matrix which contain a carbon, which is a combustible material from the coal, and other is minerals and ash. Now there are two methods as I told. First is chemical, uh, and another one is physical method. So first we'll see what is physical method. So in this physical method, there is in this method there is, while purification of that coal, there is no change in coal structure. There is no any chemical reactions taking place. So the minerals which are present, they are separated by using a density difference. So by using mechanical operation, they are separated. So when once operation is done, it contain of course less amount of minerals than the initial coal feed. And here we can, but the at disadvantage of this physical method is we cannot reduce the ash content less than 5%. Then next is chemical methods. So in this there are two methods. One is ultra clean coal. So here and ash free coal. There are two methods which are opposite to each other. So in the first, there is again no change in coal structure. So without changing coal structure, here the chemical reactions are used with minerals only. Okay, so to take out the minerals, the chemical reactions are used. So there is no change in structure of coal. Then, so here the alkaline treatment or acid treatment is used. So the minerals are dissolved by using either alkaline solution or acidic solution, so that the mineral will get dissolved in that solution and we can remove those minerals. So of course, again, minerals are going to reduce. By this method, we can reduce the ash content to 0.1 to 5%. The next chemical cleaning is uh, ash-free coal, where we get a ash-free coal. So here there is a change in coal structure. So, and this method is opposite to first one. So here there is a thermal decomposition of coal matrix. Here we are changing the matrix of coal. How? So here we are using a solvent such that it dissolves the organic molecules of the coal. Okay, and likewise the coal is the organic matter is separated from the mineral. So here the ash content in this ash free coal, we are able to reduce the ash content below 0.1%. So these are the pre-combustion coal cleaning. The next is high efficiency. Next is high efficiency combustion technology. Now in this, there are a number of technologies which are used for the combustion of coal, which result in the reduction of greenhouse gases emission. So the methods are like supercritical and ultra supercritical boilers, integrated gasification combined cycle, and integrated gasification fuel cell. These are the different methods which are used for high efficiency combustion technologies. These advanced combustion technologies, they do reduce greenhouse gases emission significantly, and also SO2 in the flue gases can be controlled uh, by using these technologies. So last one is the post combustion cleaning. So after combustion of coal, the gases which we are getting, flue gases, those contain NOx, SOx, another particulate matter, trace element emission. So we have to control those also, as they are having a wrong impact on the environment. So here first for removal of SO2. So SO2 it can be uh, reduced or removed by using spray dry scrubber or by using a dry sorbent injection. Uh, Next, for the removal of NOx, the methods like catalytic reactor, selective catalytic reactor or selective non-catalytic catalytical reactors can also be used for reduction of NOx. Then next one is for the removal of particulate matters. We can have number of technologies like cyclone, electrostatic precipitator, bag filters, and scrubber. These are most commonly used for the control of these particulate matters. Now, next step is carbon capture and storage. So, in carbon capture and storage, there are again these four methods I have taken, which are used to have control on carbon, to capture the carbon and for its storage. So, first is pre-combustion capture. So, pre-combustion capture can be accomplished in uh, IGCC and IGFC power plants. Okay, so in the first slide, which we have seen, high efficiency combustion technologies. So these two technologies, IGCC and IGFC. These are uh, pre-combustion capture technologies. So before combustion, they used to take out the carbon from the coal. The next is oxy-firing. So in oxy-firing, generally in conventional combustion of coal, air is used for the combustion purpose, but in oxy-firing, the pure oxygen is used for the combustion purpose. The next is chemical looping combustion. Now, chemical looping in this type of carbon capture and storage technology, the oxygen carrier are used to supply oxygen, which is needed for the combustion of fuel. Then last one is post combustion capture. Now, for post combustion capture, the liquid amine based solvents they are used for to capture a CO2 because the amines the CO2 is having selectivity towards the amines. So these like this type of solvents are used to remove the CO2 after combustion of coal. So finally, the conclusion is the sustainable path for future. It might be utilization of HELE technologies, including coal beneficiation, advanced combustion technologies, together with related modification or pollution control, and deployment of CCS technologies. Now, deployment of CCS technologies, how it can be done. Deployment of these technologies can be done by using government policies such as carbon taxation. So, so these are the references for my presentation. Thank you.